the case break that we have running of Topps Series 2. Today we will be breaking 12 hobby boxes, a full case of Series 2. Typical setup as my normal breaks where we have it's split into two halves. So I'll break the first 6 and then we will take a break, and that will give us an opportunity to switch up the teams and do the second half. Sorry, I'm running a little late, so I might be a little unfocused. So, Series 2, typical release that we get usually every May or June. And usually the first release that we get all of the players from the starting rosters at the start of the season that we're in. We are looking at 12 total autographs and or relics coming out of these boxes, which is not as great as Jumbos with their 6 guaranteed autos, but usually when you look at the odds, we end up with a better chance to pull short prints. So first thing, we've got a glove work insert of Adrian Beltre. That one's going to go to the Rangers. So I'm going to be kind of doing a like a bulk break style where I just rip a whole bunch of packs at once and then we'll go through them all together. There's the Wyatt Langford, 75 years of Topps. This is the 1991 insert. Just helps speed up the break. Once we kind of get into it, I will be a little more into reading some of the base names. All right, we got an Adley Rutschman out of 499. So that's our first numbered card coming out. 499. I believe this is a yellow. Give me a sec as I scroll down. 399. Sorry, yellow rainbow foil. So that one is going to Baltimore, and that is Maiden 75. For those of you who are new to my breaks, I will sleeve all rookies, all inserts, all hits, and then, well, all hits numbered above 100, and then anything that's numbered under 100 or is otherwise considered a hit, like a short print, a autograph, a relic, those will all be top loaded. So we have a MLB leaders insert. This is my first time breaking through this. Crooked Numbers is the insert for Juan Soto. And that takes us through the first stack of 5. All right, they're just still... They've permanently dropped us down to 20 packs per box now instead of... Used to be 24. All right. C, Spelting Bros, Seiya Suzuki, Bryce Eldridge. There's his rookie card. Philip Abner, rookie. And we've got a Wyatt Langford, glove work, again for the Rangers. And feel free, and here is our hit for the box. It is a Freddie Freeman, 1991 All-Star Relic. It's a napkin patch, so it's just white. It's the base relic, and this one is going to Harry Manning Runt, who made a trade to get up and take the Dodgers. So, while that's our quote-unquote hit, would not be surprised if we pull some sort of short print in this box. There's a Ronald Acuna Jr. 1991 All-Star insert. Then we have a Jackson Chourio. This is just the rainbow foil, I believe. Unnumbered. That one's going to the Brewers. Interesting. Someone who rips a lot of this stuff, I'm always intrigued by how collation ends up working. First 2 packs. This stack of 5 packs, all the cards are upside down in the packs. Well, to start, are they all going to be flip-flopped? Probably. Yep, they're all flip-flopped. That is annoying. All right, Honus Wagner, 1991. Going to the Pirates. Then we've got a Johnny Bench glove work for the Reds. And a rainbow foil of Ezekiel Duran for the Rangers. Nick, glad to see you in the break. I feel like it's been a while since I've had you in the comments during the break. Oh, and I am going to save all of our silver packs for the very end of each half. So we'll open them, set them aside. We'll open the boxes, we'll set the silver packs aside, and once we've opened the first 6, I'll get into the other 6. Okay. Wilson, and these are swapping too. Frank Thomas, 1991 All-Stars. I'm going to stop flipping them over just to speed things up and reduce my frustration with it. Brooks Robinson glove work for the O's. Shohei Ohtani. There's a pink 1991. Given Shohei's market, if it's a parallel of anything Shohei, you get it top loaded. Because I don't want to risk that being a big hit, even if it's an unnumbered pink parallel. There's a Nolan Ryan, 1975, or 1991. The 75th anniversary thing on the top kind of throws me a little bit. All right, box number 2. And if you missed any of the break, or miss any of the break, or you are joining late and you just want to know what the hits are after watching it, after bringing up the break on replay, you can just kind of jump to about the middle point of the break, because at the end of each half, I will do a hits recap before we go on a short little pause while I clean up all of the cards and get us reset for the second half. Well, these at least all look like they're in the same direction. Bryce Eldridge, 1991. You are going to see a ton of the 91 inserts. It's the most common insert in this set. Then we've got a Cal Raleigh glove work. A Liam Hicks rainbow foil. That Liam Hicks is going to the Marlins, which is X-Tack Spinner. Stars. We have a first pitch card. This is a Yandel first pitch. Not sure if all of them are foil. But this is a good opportunity to explain how non-baseball cards go. Since he's throwing out a first pitch for the Rays, going to the Rays. Pretty easy. Here we go. There is our first auto of the break. This is Yanquiel Fernandez, a Baseball Stars auto. It is the base version. Sticker auto going to the Yankees, which are going to Skeeta Street for this half. Julio Rodriguez, All-Star, 1991 insert. A Cedric Mullins rainbow foil. Pedro Martinez, All-Star, 1991 insert. And surprised we haven't seen any golds yet. Bill Mazeroski, glove work. Then a yellow rainbow. This one is the Fall Fling. So this one is going to Toronto. This one's numbered out of 399. Toronto is a Papa Grande. Let's see. Gold, 1 in every 49. So we're looking at gold card about every 2.5 boxes. Interesting. Murakami, right at the front there. Bryce Terang glove work for the Brewers. There's an Ernie Banks 1991 insert. This one is numbered out of 250, so that is a Robbie Ray purple rainbow foil. Going to the Giants. Giants are Brett B. Fitt. And the end of the box has us with a Willie Mays glove work for the Giants as well. All right. Box number 3. As usual, I will mention, as usual for my for the flagship breaks, if you are only in it for the hits, please let me know. I am happy to sort out the base in specific ways. If you don't want a mountain of base coming your way, feel free to let me know if you want no base, if you want just the rookies, if you want just a copy of each card, if you want just the rookies and a copy of each of the veterans. I'm happy to send it all your way, and I'm also happy to customize your shipment to however you would like to receive, because I know some of y'all are just hoping to hit an auto and some cool inserts and stuff, and you don't really care that much about the base cards. Any of the base cards that get declined, I package up and I send out as, or I give out as Halloween candy, basically. Lou Gehrig, 1991. So, DM me, let me know what your thoughts are. I will probably follow up anyway and ping you all, just because it's a common request at this point. All right, Crooked Numbers, Randy Johnson for the Diamondbacks. Rainbow foil, Kyle Schwarber. That one's thick. Huh, that was a thick stack, but no thick cards. Colors. Clayton Kershaw, 91 All-Star. Derek Jeter, glove work for the Yankees. Let's see, Aroldis Chapman with the yellow rainbow foil. This one's going to the Red Sox, which will be 500 Days of Poppy. And a Hunter Green 91 All-Star. I think I might have been missing some of those 91 All-Stars. At least the sideways ones. Try and keep a better eye out. And when I sort, I will be pulling those all out. All right, Edwin Diaz. We have a Dalton Varsho glove work for the Jays. then Garrett Cole, All-Star insert. A Christian Koss, rainbow foil for San Francisco. And looking for our hit in these last 5 packs. Hopefully we're getting an auto, because I don't see anything of an unnatural thickness. All right, Ken Griffey Jr., Crooked Numbers, 147 RBIs for Mariners. There's a Connolly Early, 91. Harry Ford. This one is, it's got no borders, so that's usually what? That's a true photo variation. Let me double check. Vintage stock, clear variations. Yep, true photo variation. So this one is 1 in 3,500 hobby packs. Former Seattle Mariner, of course, got traded for Jose Ferrer to the Nats. Nats are going to Kayaking Santa. So. Now, where is our autograph card? Is it missing from this pack? Seems like it. Ellie De La Cruz, glove work for the Reds. All right. I'm going to have to go back through those cards in case we're missing an auto. And I'm going to set this box to the side. In the case of a missing hit claim, I will cover shipping. And I'll submit the claim, make a note. Everybody else's cards, all the cards will get shipped out on time. And whenever I get the missing hit in, I will pass that along to the person who's getting that missing hit. But also entirely possible that maybe I missed the auto, because, at least if I recall, these autos so far have not been backwards, just the inserts have been backwards. So, I may have just skimmed over it, and I will find that out when I do my review of the base cards. And I'll post in the Discord thread if I find any hits while I'm sorting that I missed on our first go round. Wish I could say I was perfect, but I'm not always. Something to strive for, I guess. Willie Mays, 91. Tom Glavine, glove work for the Braves. Oop, I'm gonna move those so I can put my stack right next to it. All right, Luis Gill. This is probably a rainbow foil. It is. That one's going to the Yankees. Got a Ricky Henderson, 91 All-Star. One's going to Oakland. Kind of funny if they threw out like 2,000 Ricky Henderson when he was playing with the Mariners. Honus Wagner, glove work for the Pirates. Do like these glove work inserts. They're nice and shiny. We have a Jake Berger, yellow, rainbow foil out of $3.99. That one is going to the Rangers and Eddie Locke, who had them in the first round. There's a Chase DeLauder, 91. I'm looking for him, Jordan. It's hard to find him. All right, here we go. Maria Taylor. This is a first pitch card. Since this one is at Truist Park, and she's wearing a Braves jersey, she is going to the Braves. All right. Next hit, Yu Darvish. Padres is a base. 1991 Topps relic card. Padres are going to Maximus Decimus Meridius, who is still in Croatia, I think. Took the Padres throughout the whole thing. All right, Ichiro, the 91 All-Star card. And then rainbow foil of Edgar Quero. Well, this is looking kind of sparse. I'm thinking, before I get into these, I'm going to reverse my typical rules, and I'm going to throw all the golds and the numbered cards up here just because we're almost 4 boxes through and we only got 4 cards on the stands. That's no fun. And I do have a lot of top loaders, so. All right, there we go. Cal Ripken, glove work for the O's. And apologies to you World Cup fans for running this break right in the middle of Switzerland versus, I don't remember, Austin Riley, 91. All right, we got a purple foil. You know, you don't hit until you do, so it'll happen eventually. Purple foil for Joel Peguero, San Francisco Giants. Going to another hit for Brett Befit. That one is numbered out of 250. And we've got an Aaron Judge, crooked numbers, for the Yankees, finishing out that box. Got All right, 2 more boxes left in first half, and then we'll go ahead and mix it all up and start half number 2. Bob. Sandy Koufax, 91 All-Star. I was going to the Dodgers. Matt Olson, glove work for the Braves. And Andre Granillo, rainbow foil. Those first 5 packs. Jackie Robinson, 91. A Hank Aaron glove work for the Atlanta Braves. Oop, here we go. There is an orange foil. Nasim Nunez for the Washington Nationals. This one is numbered 20 out of 25. Let's see, does this have his number on there? Usually when you're in that 20 range, you might, but I can't tell what it is. All right, so that one is also going to Kayaking Santa with the Nats. Let's see. Put the nice big numbered hits there. Thank you for the context. Having a solid year, according to 2-Ply. Kyle Schwarber, 91. You think I'd be a little bit more up on the Nats, considering my in-laws root for them, but I'm not. Silver packs do have autos, but my understanding is they do not count towards the hit number in the box. So even if we pull an auto from the silver pack, I'm pretty sure I still can claim that we're missing a hit. A lot of sideways cards in this set. All right, Ronald Acuna with his crooked numbers card for his 73 stolen base season. Then there is our hit. We've got a Will Smith, City Connect for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Once again, going to Harryman and Runt. A would-be napkin patch, except for what looks to be maybe a little bit of an ink stain for that City swatch. There we go. Jonah Tong, 91. A Brooks Baldwin rainbow foil. Well, hopefully Nick is not ruining his trade of the Dodgers. Well, trade of pick 2 that was then taken on for the Dodgers. Doesn't usually shake out this way. Honestly, best hit we've had thus far, even though he's not had much of a rookie campaign, is the True Photo, at least from an odds standpoint. All right, Jim Edmonds, glove work for... he's in his St. Louis jersey for that one. Of course, played for the Angels for a number of years, which is how I'm familiar with him. Bobby Witt Jr., 91. Ooh. Not a 1776, missed it by 1 digit, but we have a red, white, and blue Justin Wrobleski. This one is, again, for the Dodgers. Going to Harry Man and Runt. Numbered out of 76. A Mickey Mantle, crooked numbers insert. And that does it for the 5th box. Yeah, I know, Nick. You're a good guy. You're like me. You'd much rather see a card go to a guy that's getting his PC. Speaking of Nick, you need to come down and pick up your cards. It has been at least a year since I've seen you. I have a lot of baseball cards for you. Brandon Sproat, 91. That one's going to the Brewers. Tony Gwynn, crooked numbers. This is his 394 season. That was a strike-shortened year, wasn't it? 94. Cam Smith, rainbow foil. Come on. You know, I'm guessing Mariners fans can back me up that this Leo Rivas picture is from the Leo Rivas What Have You Done home run. Mariners fans will know what I'm talking about. Nolan Ryan, 91 All-Star Game. Bobby Witt, glove work. This one's out of 150, so we've got an Adele Amador. This is a blue foil. And a Zach Neto, 91. Actually, you go up here. Middle row is reserved for cards 100 and under. Lou Gehrig, crooked numbers, 185 RBIs. I believe that is second most all-time to Hack Wilson. Absolutely insane number, having more than an RBI per game during the season. Harry Ford, 91. There we go. This is an Andre Granillo. Gold foil out of 50. Yet another Nats hit that is going to be going to Kayaking Santa. We got an Andrew Jones glove work. And we are on to the last 5 packs. Of the first half before we hit our silver packs. I think I'll rip the silver packs one at a time rather than ripping them all at once and then going through the whole stack. Looks like we have a relic of some sort. Javi Baez, glove work. And we have a Logan O'Hoppe, City Connect, Los Angeles Angels. Angels are going to Zaned 09. All right, do we got anything else coming in? Buster Posey, 91 All-Star. And then in Austin Hedges, rainbow foil. And that is it for the base packs. Don't go nowhere. We got 6 silver packs. Chase Burns, Seiya Suzuki, Greg Maddux, and Albert Pujols. So all of these are going to be in the 91 design. Half are going to be 91 or All-Star, and then half are going to be the regular 91. These ones have a terrible cut. Jackson Chourio, Bryce Eldridge, Frank Thomas, and Corbin Carroll. All right, Nolan McLean, Carter Jensen, Gunnar Henderson, Paul Skeens. Chris Sale, Bo Bichette, Ichiro, Don Mattingly. Well, that would have been box number 3's silver pack, so we definitely did not get any hit. Jacob Marcy, Jack Caglione, Randy Johnson, and at the end we've got a Pete Alonso. This appears to be an aqua refractor with once again a terrible cut. And this one is going to be going to the Orioles, which is made in 75. All right, last silver pack. We have, there's Pete Alonso, Nick Kurtz, Sammy Sosa, and Reek Skubal. All right, do a quick review of the hits, and then we will take a short break while I reset us for the second half. All right. Hits from the first half. Adley Rushman out of 399. Aroldis Chapman out of 399. Fall Fling for the Blue Jays out of 399. Jake Berger out of 399. Robbie Ray and Joel Piguero out of 250. Del Amador out of 150. Pete Alonso, Mojo Refractor, Aqua out of 199. Justin Robleski, Red, White, and Blue out of 99 or 76. Andre Gurnia out of 50. Nasim Nunez out of 25. Yu Darvish, Napkin Patch. This is the 91 Relic. City Connect Relic for Logan O'Hoppe. City Connect Relic for Will Smith. 91 Relic for All-Star Relic for Freddie Freeman. Yankiel Fernandez Auto, Baseball Stars Auto, and then a True Photo Variation for Harry Ford. All right, I am going to get this stuff organized and set off to the side so that we're ready for part number 2. Let's return here in about 5 minutes, so 1:52 p.m. Pacific time. All right. All right, we are back. Before we jump into part two, I did a quick perusal of box number 3, and lo and behold, I missed a hit. We have a Shota Imanaga Real One Auto. This one is going to Toasty Trost of the who had the Chicago Cubs for the break. Congrats on that. And sorry I missed it. It's one of those. It's an interesting thing when you're handling this stuff. The on-card autos sometimes have a tendency to stick to the back of other cards, and I am sure that's what happened there. I was trying to scan through the cards quickly. A card stuck. I didn't notice it. Lo and behold, our missing hit. Just move these boxes a little bit more out of the way so I got a place to stash my extras. All right. On to part 2. All right, Dansby Swanson, glove work for the Cubs. There we go. First hit, we've got a Hall of Fame auto, Steve Carlton. On card, blue auto at a 150. This one's going to the Phillies, which is 500 days of Poppy. Starting it off nice for the second half. There's a Samuel Basallo, 1975. 75 years of Topps, 1991. Rainbow foil of Eduardo Rodriguez. Actually, I'm going to move these boxes over here so that I've got a place to stack my base that I'm not concerned I'm going to topple the whole thing as I get further along into the break. These ones are all over the place. Johnny Bench, 91 All-Star. Good Lord, the shuffle on these. Illy De La Cruz, crooked numbers, 67 stolen bases. Rainbow foil, rookie card, Kazuma Okamoto. There's a Trey Turner, 91. I'm surprised we have not seen a gold out of 2026 yet. Ozzie Smith glove work. Supposedly 1 in every 2.5 hobby boxes based off of the card odds. All right, purple foil, Manny Machado for the San Diego Padres. Padres, I believe, are going to Max. Mookie Betts, 91 All-Star. Finish out that stack. First pitch for Madison Maria, George Steinbrenner Field. So this one is going to the Rays. Roberto Clemente, 91 All-Star. Then a blue parallel. So this one is a jersey match of Gavin Lux for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay for this one is going to Demandan, a 28. Zach Neto, glove work. All right, glove work. And that is box number 1. So far, probably our best box. Oh, Jorge Polanco. Shohei Ohtani, 1991 insert. Babe Ruth. And his crooked numbers for his 60 home run year. Miguel Rojas with the rainbow foil. Seal. Ketel Marte, 91. Francisco Lindor, 91 All-Star. Jackie Robinson, glove work. There we go. There's a gold. Randy Arozarena for the Seattle Mariners. This one's numbered out of 226. Do we have a date in place? 10/16. So if anybody's got a birthday in October. Actually, what's Randy's birthday? I feel like his birthday is in October. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Born in February. All right, Mariners. That one is going to Two-Ply. About time that trade start working out for Nick. Let's turn this into a big Mariners pull. Half of the draft. You might want to correct that, Nick. You said sweat, all caps, instead of sweet. Ricky Henderson, crooked numbers, 130 stolen bases, single season record to this day. Jack Caglione, 91. Anthony Santander with the yellow foil out of 399. I'm going to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are zaned for this go-round. Yadi Molina, glove work. All right, still looking for our box hit. Looking like we are pulling ourselves a relic in this box. If we're lucky, relic auto. Ken Griffey Jr. glove work. Oh, it's a blue one. It's Cal Ripken Jr. All-Star 1991 All-Star relic. This one is blue. So it is numbered out of 150 for the Baltimore Orioles, which are going to Maiden 75. We got the Orioles in both halves of the break. Tatis Jr. with the 91 All-Star. And a rainbow foil of Shane Baz. That rounds out box number 2. Murakami at the front. Joe Mauer, 91 All-Star. Mark McGwire, crooked numbers for 70 home runs in 1998. A steroid-aided season. Stephen Kwan, rainbow foil. Carter Jensen, 1970 or 1991. Don Mattingly, glove work. We have a purple foil, Michael King for San Diego Padres. That one's also going to Max. 2 halves, and we've got 2 purple foils in each. Same team. Last one was the Giants. This one, Padres. Freddie Freeman, 91 All-Star. Sedan Rafaela, glove work. Person whose name I always feel like I'm mispronouncing, and I probably am. All right, here's our hit. It is a Nat. And it's a Harry Ford Baseball Stars auto. Numbered out of 50. With his little Jesus loves you thing at the bottom. Going to the Nationals, which is 500 Days of Poppy. Been a Harry Ford case. All right, Josh Nixon Garcia, the password for, that's the 91 insert. Johan Rojas with the rainbow foil. Matt Chapman, glove work. I agree, Nick. I feel like all it could do is alienate people. Jackie Robinson, 91 All-Star. There we go. Hayden Harris with the gold. This one is 1962 out of 2026. Hayden Harris is going to the Braves, which is Kayak. Of course, my decision to use top loaders for all of those means I may need to go grab a few more. Mark Grace with the glove work. We got like 3 left. 3 left for 3 boxes. I'm hoping we're going to need more than that. So far, the second half has been pretty good. All of our hits have been numbered. he says, jinxing the next box. Babe Ruth, 1991. PCA, glove work. Ooh, Spencer Steer with the team logo variation. So, unnumbered, but I love this card. These cards. That one's going to the Reds, which are going to Rainy Hills. So, Rainy Hills, if you are not interested in that card, I would reach out to Electric Kool-Aid. Bryce Harper, 1991 All-Star. Hank Aaron, 91 All-Star. Aaron Judge, crooked numbers, his 62 home run campaign. Angels, rainbow foil. All right, first pitch. Scott Yeager. That one's going to the Pirates. And who has the Pirates? That one's going to Kayaking Santa, who has the Pirates. Howard Green Jr., 91 All-Star. All right, Trevor Story, purple, out of 250. Going to the Red Sox, which is Micho. We run out of room on the top, so guess it gets promoted down to the second row. Hold on, did I go through all of these properly? Yes, I did. All right. Chase Utley, glove work. All right. I don't think I have a top loader big enough for that. All right. I don't know if y'all saw it, but we'll get to it. All right. Greg Maddux, Chicago Cubs, 91 All-Star. No, not 91 All-Star, just 91. Zach Geloff, rainbow foil. Justin Verlander, rainbow foil. Aqua? Might be an aqua. It's got an aqua tinge to it. So let me double check real quick. Do we have any? Yeah, aqua rainbow foil, unnumbered. Freddie Freeman with the glove work. All right, here's our box hit. It is going to our buddy, Kayaking Santa. This one is a batting glove relic? Hold on. Does it say what it is? Well, it is game used from 2025. Game where the Mariners won 15-7. Let me just double check what the number is. Rounding the bases, relic. So it is a base relic from that game for Julio Rodriguez. I don't believe I have a top loader that fits that size. This is as good of a time as any for me to go and replenish my 35-point top loaders. Yes, that one is going to you, Mr. Two-Ply. So, give me a quick sec before we start the fourth box. I'm going to see if I've got a large enough top loader. Also going to get myself some more 35-pointers. Let's see, what do I have? I don't know if that's 50-point mold. Yep, Nick, that is what we are doing, because this is what I've got. I'm going to take it out of this extra large and just put it directly into the clamshell. There you go, Nick. Well, now, sir, you have to come pick up your cards. That is a lovely looking baseball card. Not often you get a game used relic from the game. Game that you know. Yeah, Nick, that is a 1-in-1, basically 1-in-1,000 packs for hobby odds. But it was so thick that when I opened the pack, that was the only thing that came out of it. Which is why I was wondering if anybody saw it before we got to it. All right, Salvi with the 91. Ichiro. Crooked Numbers. 2004 when he broke Sisler's hit record. And then a Salvi rainbow foil. Let's see if I can get you to just stay right there, Julio. So I did jinx it. That's our first non-numbered hit that we pulled, but pretty damn cool for a relic. I think it's better than a jersey relic. Unless, you know, said jersey is interesting. Andres Jimenez. Glove work. And hey, here's another thick one. We got a City Connect. Manny Machado. This one is numbered 10 out of 10. Man, killing me. I don't have top loaders this thick. San Diego, going to Max. Let me go check one more time, see if I've got something that's a little bit thicker. I had a bunch for a while. All right, there we go. Found the one that was housing just a stack of nothing base heritage cards. So, there you go, Manny. Out of 10. Reggie Jackson, 91 All-Star. Andres Munoz, Rainbow Foil. Gunnar Henderson, 91 All-Star. Ryan Sandberg, glove work. A yellow parallel of Matt Wallner for the Twins. Twins are going to Brightman. Drew Gilbert, 91 or 91. Brian Hayes, glove work. Adley Rushman, 91. Here's where all our golds are. Yonder Diaz for the Astros. Astros this round are going to Papa Grande. Numbered at 226, 183. So not a date if anybody's collecting dates. Mason Wynn, glove work. That is it for our penultimate box. All we got left is box number 12, and it's 20 packs, along with 6 silver packs. Okay. I think some of these got shifted around in transit. Roman Anthony, 91. Kirby Puckett, glove work. We've got a blue Alec Boehm out of 150. See, did we pull one for the Phillies already for this half? Because these Phillies are going to 500 Days of Poppy. Yes, we did. We pulled Steve Carlton's auto. And a Sammy Sosa 91 All-Star. Oh, just so people have got timelines, I try and get everything packed up and shipped by the end of the month. Usually flagship takes a little bit longer just because there's so much more base. Max Fried glove work. Those of you that bought in from Reddit, since I know that none of you will be in any of my, are likely to be in any of my future breaks for the rest of the month, I will probably try and get yours out a little early relative to everything else. Jose Ramirez, 91 All-Star. And then the rest of you that are in either my Topps Finest break, Andrew Alvarez, gold. This one is 14/16 out of 2026. Going to the Nats, which is 500 Days of Poppy. Any of you that are in my Topps Finest football or my Topps Finest baseball breaks, your cards will all be shipped together. And those are likely to happen next week. All right, Nolan Ryan with his crooked numbers, 383 strikeouts in a season. Absolutely insane strikeout numbers. Which, given the way the game is played now, really seems like it might be unbreakable. Christian Yelich, 91 All-Star. Kyle Yastrzemski, glove work. Ooh, no, not vintage stock. Rainbow foil, St. Louis Cardinals, team card. All right, last stack of packs, and then silver packs. What are the bets? Are we getting an auto out of this, or are we getting another relic? Looks like a relic. but why not both? All right, Ted Williams, crooked numbers, 406. Last time anybody... Nope, that's not the last time. He did it twice. There we go. Francisco Lindor, Major League Material. At least it's got some color to it, so it's not a napkin. This one is going to the Mets, which is E. Sherman. Let's see if we get any other interesting parallels. Or are we just getting a rainbow foil of Drake Baldwin to round out that box? All right. We have 6 silver packs. There is Kyle Schwarber, Jacob Marcy, Corey Seager, and Bryce Harper. Nolan Ryan, Colson Montgomery, PCA, and Ronald Acuna. Jack Caglione, Peyton Toll, or Tolly, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, George Brett, and Ellie De La Cruz. Murakami, Harry Ford, Ichiro, and Don Mattingly. Cam Schlittler, Blake Snell, Juan Soto, Freddie Freeman. And our last pack of the break. If you missed any of it, stick around. I'll do a recap of the second half. Denzer Guzman, Cam Schlittler, Jarren Duran, and Randy Johnson. All right, I'm going to organize these by the ones I find to be the most interesting. First, and then you, and there's our 4 golds. They all came in the second half. All right, we've got golds numbered out of 2026. There's Andrew Alvarez, Hayden Harris, Randy Arozarena, and Yainer Diaz. We've got yellow foils numbered out of 399, Matt Wallner and Anthony Santander. We've got purple foils numbered out of 250 for Michael King, Manny Machado, and Trevor Story. We've got blue foils numbered out of 150 for Alec Boehm and Gavin Lux. We've got a Spencer Steer team border parallel. Francisco Lindor, Major League Materials patch. That's base. Harry Ford, baseball stars out of 50 auto. Sticker auto. Cal Ripken Jr., blue, 91 All-Star relic out of 150. Manny Machado, City Connect relic out of 10. Steve Carlton, 91 All-Star auto out of 150. And then we have a rounding the bases relic for Julio Rodriguez. It is not numbered, but it's a base relic, literally. All right, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.